guys, so today I'm doing the video that was highly requested for a while, and I'm finally going to record it now since it's back to school time. And it's the advice tips for college students that are African, more specifically Nigerian, and some of the things I can share with you on starting this new chapter in your life, being away from home, starting a new journey on your own, a different environment, taking care of yourself, mommy and daddy aren't around, meeting new people, finding your identity. So here I have like written down like some of the things that I want to share with you guys and give you tips on me being a Nigerian or African Nigerian and going away to college for the first time. So I went to college. I started college in 2006. I went to Duquesne University Pharmacy School in Pittsburgh. My family was from Ohio and they lived in Ohio, so I was 2 hours away from home. So when I went to college, my first day in college, that was my first night in college, that was my first time sleeping away from my parents in my life. Besides like being in a hospital when I was younger for my surgery, that was the first time I slept in a place where my parents weren't. First time, and it was different. It was scary. I was really unsure of everything. I'm sure of myself because I was still, in my mind, I was still very young, very no experience, because I'm the oldest in the family, so I'm always the guinea pig, always the one that starts everything first. So I didn't have anyone to like tell me some tips here and there and stuff about college. So I want to share with you guys, since if you guys are out there, and I guess some people were asking about it. So yeah, I have some things I want to share with you guys. And I wrote it down in my notebooks and I'm going to look at it a lot. So sorry if it gets annoying if I'm always looking down about things, but I wanted to make sure I'm very thorough and get everything that I wanted to say. Alright, so back to school, college tips and advice for African/Nigerians out there. Are you guys ready? Let's go. Alright, friends and people. So make sure you make friends with those that are like-minded like you, that have goals, dreams, majors that are rigorous like yours or in your same major, because it's easier to build a lifestyle around them because they would understand your workload, your school, your projects, your assignments, and know that, okay, I can't hang out with her right now because she's doing this. And someone else that will understand that, okay, well, I know I have my own work, so oh, do you want to go to the library together so we can work on our project? So be around people that are like you, rigorous majors if you're in a rigorous major, so that it won't be hard to keep up with friends. And also friends, make friends with people that are good people, that have a good impression just looking at them and also talking with them, because I'll get into this a little bit later, but make friends with people that you're not going to be ashamed of. Oh, I saw this one girl and she said that you're friends with her. So you want to be proud of the people that you're calling your friends, people that are around you. Let's see, what else did I write? Oh yeah, so when I went to college, my first time being away from home, but so I went to school with all white people, and my life experience is being around white people. So when I went to college, that was my first time being around black people and going to school with them. And it's not that my school has so many black people, but it was a lot for me because it was coming from a school where I was the only black girl in the school. It's a lot. So what do I want to say? So and a lot of people have the experience of the tension, the animosity, and insecurities between Africans and Black Americans. So if you've never experienced that like me, you know, you're gonna experience that like first day. So be around people that are like-minded like you, that will support you, want to get to know you, not put you down, because you will meet people like that, but I'll get into a little bit later. But people make friends, good friends, quality friends, because you never know, this might be your lifelong friend, because in college you make a lot of friends, but one or two are going to be like your lifelong quality friends until the end. Parties. Have fun, be safe, know your limits, be safe. When I was in college, I didn't party until it was Friday night, Saturday night, and I went out and had fun on Sunday. Like after I went to church, I would go out with my friends, we would go out to eat or go to the mall or something, but be back before it was dark because we have school the next day. So people go out to parties in college Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but I chose to go out Friday nights and Saturday nights and go out in the day on Sundays, because when I was at home in grade school and high school, school night is a school night and you're not supposed to be out on a school night because you have school the next day. So I kind of stuck with that. I did stick with that, and I didn't go out on like thirsty Thursdays like my friends would and stuff, because I chose not to. And people will be like, oh, how come you're not gonna go out? I'm like, well, I have class on Friday. And they're like, well, we don't have class until noon. I'm like, I know, but I still have school tomorrow, so I don't want to get into a bad habit of going, because you start going out on Thursday, I'm like, oh, okay, well, I guess I can go on Wednesdays, and you start going out on Wednesdays, oh, okay, I guess I can go on Tuesdays. So know your limits, know what you want to be doing. I'm not telling you not to go on Thursdays, but I'm just telling you what I did with parties and stuff like that. And it's okay to party, it's okay to have fun, because college is the best years of your life. Trust me, the best years of your life. So have fun, but be safe and know your limits. And also, drinking at parties. So I didn't start drinking, or I didn't have like my first drink when I was in college until I think like a month or two before I was 21. So when I started school, I was like that girl that doesn't drink when we go out, and it wasn't like I was like, well, I'm a 21, so I'm not gonna drink, but that was my choice. That's what I wanted to do. And I never put anyone down for drinking, because all the people around me drank. I was the only one that didn't drink, so I didn't feel bad, and I had fun with them, because when people drink, they're all loose and wild and crazy. So it was entertaining, but I chose not to, and it benefited them, because they always had someone that would look out for them and take them home and always make sure that they're okay. So when you go to parties, be safe, know your surroundings, and also go out with people that you feel comfortable enough or trust them that if anything happened, they will look out for you or take care of you. And also vice versa, be that person that people will trust to take care of them or look out for them if anything bad happens. Because when you go out in college, I mean, anything is bound to happen. Trust me, I have so many stories of like horror stories, bad things that have happened, things that went wrong about anything, because you never know what's gonna happen. People are crazy in college. So be around people that, you know, you would feel comfortable around, that would help you if anything happened, and make sure you have your ID and your money on you at all times, because you never know, you might be stranded somewhere, and the only thing that will get you back home, back safe to school or back to your dorm is having money to like take a cab, or having someone, or yeah, maybe finding someone to take you home. But have your important stuff on you, because you never know what's gonna happen. All right, classes. Go to class. I would advise you to go to class, because your parents paid for college for you to go to class. So go to class. What else did I say? Be organized. And I have an example about me going to class, because like these tips are not, I'm not lecturing you or telling you what to do, I'm just telling you my experience. So I had a class in college that I did not go to, and I'll tell you the reason why. So growing up in grade school, high school, and even college, I went to Catholic school. So I've always studied religion from like since I was 4 years old. So I studied religion in grade school. I studied Hebrew scriptures, Old Testament, New Testament in high school. I've world religions, modern religion, everything. So when I got to college, there's a lot of people that never went to religious school or studied any kind of religion. So it was mandatory at my college, because my college was a Catholic school. At that point, I was just like, when I started the class, I was like, I've learned this before. Like, this is like something like I don't need to be wasting my time on, because I have general chemistry and biology to like study for. So I chose not to go to that class so I can study for my science classes. And I only went to the review sessions and the exams. I had the notes, print them online, and study them when we had to take the exams, but I never went to the lectures. And I passed the class, got an A in the class, had an A in all my exams and stuff, because it was religion. I have so much experience in taking a religion class that it wasn't hard for me at all. But that's my example of showing you that I'm telling you to go to class because it's important to go to class, and that's what you're there for. But I told that story because I'm not sitting here trying to tell you that I was the perfect college student, the perfect Nigerian girl that all this stuff like that. So I'm just telling you my example, and like I'm telling you to go to class, but I'll tell you the class that I didn't go to. But it wasn't like it was a major class for my major and a hard class. It was just one of those core classes that I had to take, and it was a religion, and I've had so much experience in religion that I felt like I didn't need to go to the classes. So that's my piece on that. But go to class, please go to class, take notes. And if there's a time where you can't go to class because you're sick or something, or you're tired because you've had a rough week or something, make sure you make good friends in your class that take good notes, so that they can help you when you miss the day in class, and they can give you their notes so you can copy it down, or they can talk about to you what they learned in class. And also vice versa, be a good student, so that if you have friends that maybe they were sick or something, that they look to you and you feel organized and you feel trustworthy, that, oh, I know I can trust her to take good notes because of this, and she's a good student, and stuff like that. All right, being on your own, being mature and responsible. So be aware of your surroundings, be aware of the people around you, and be aware of your environment, because no one's out there looking out for you, because you're on your own, looking out for yourself. So be aware of everything and be safe. The world is so big, and it's just like, nowadays when you hear these crazy stories, it's just I can't even fathom some of this stuff. But be aware of your surroundings and be safe, and be organized. Be organized in class, be organized with your life, time management, because in college other teachers don't know what classes you're taking. Some don't even know what major you are, so they're not going to coordinate their exam schedule or workload based on other classes. So the one thing is being organized with your time and your classes and your assignments and your projects, because you're going to forget. It's going to be overwhelming. So that's the main thing. On if you're organized, then you're able to make time to relax, make time to go with your friends, have a good time, go to sleep, all that stuff. So be very organized. And also, when you're doing things in college, you're out there, remember what your parents taught you. Think about their voices in your head, even though it might be annoying, but think about their voices in your head, because it will be a good guidance for you. And also think about the consequences of doing things. So if you're trying to contemplate, okay, should I go do this or should I go here? Think about, if I do and something happens, then what? Then what? Well, like, what will my parents say if they find out? Or well, how will I feel? Or how will I look to people if something happens? So think about the consequences. Like, try to think ahead and be like, you know, maybe I shouldn't do this, or if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it this way. So yeah. And then what else? Oh yeah, exploring the new environment you're in. So let me tell you a little story. So the first day in college, the first day, the friends that I was with, they wanted to go out to eat, and they went to this pizza shop that was on the edge of campus. And my mom, that day, she was like, do not leave campus. It's not safe out there. And she told me that if I leave campus, something bad's gonna happen to me. So at that time, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna leave campus because I don't know what's out there. Because I really didn't even know this. I was in the downtown city, like a big city, compared to where I was coming from. So things were just different. So we were going to the pizza shop, like, oh, let's go eat pizza down at Milano's. And I was just like, okay, I guess. I mean, it's on campus. So we were walking down, and then, like, I guess the group went the wrong way. So we turned around and went the right way. And then I was getting scared. I'm like, oh my gosh, where are we going? Do they even know where we're going? Like, how far do we have to walk? I was having a panic attack, an anxiety attack on the way there. And looking back at it now, the distance from my dorm to that pizza shop was like, if you came out the door of my dorm, you could see where the pizza shop was. Like, it wasn't far, but I was so not experienced, so naive about everything. So to me, it was unknown territory. So we got to the pizza shop, and I was so scared because I didn't know where I was, that I couldn't even order food. I just sat down and was just like, okay. I was like rocking back and forth, like, okay, like I need to leave. I can't be here. I can't be here. This is too far. This is too far. So I found these white boys that were going back to campus, and I said, oh, can I walk with you guys back to campus? They said, yeah, sure. So I ditched those people that I went to Bishop with and walked back to campus. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm never doing that ever again. Just to think, like, the pizza shop was right there. Like, it wasn't that bad. But to me, like, that was my first time being away from home. So it was territory where I was not ready for. So saying that, you don't have to explore everything at once. So if you're in a new city, take your time. You have that whole semester, that whole year to explore the whole city. So take your time, you know. Maybe every weekend you go to a new place or check out somewhere else and stuff. So take your time. You don't have to explore everywhere in one sitting, in one night, in one day. And because they'll take away the fun in exploring like your new environment and stuff. And also it can get you overwhelmed. You could get lost and distracted. So little by little, step by step, baby steps. And another thing about being on your own, being mature and responsible, when you're out there at school and you're on your own, you represent your family, you represent your culture, you represent your country. So when I'm at school, I represent my family, I represent Nigeria, I represent Africa. So think about that. And any time we're making decisions about doing things and the way you talk to people and the way you carry yourself. Because first impressions are everything. And for me, my first impression, or my impression that I wanted to give out to the people that I went to school with, the other college students, was I'm iffy, I'm African, I'm Nigerian. These are the rules, these are my standards, these are my morals. This is how I choose to live my life, and that's how you're going to take it. So that you can build your persona, build your image, build your rapport, build your standards, so that when someone sees you or someone meets you, they know what they're getting. They know who this is. This is Iffy. She's Nigerian. She's a pharmacy major. She goes to the library. She's always studying. She doesn't go out on Thursday nights or Wednesday nights or Tuesday nights or Monday nights. She only goes on the weekend. She doesn't drink. So if that's what people will label you as, that's fine. That's positive stuff, you know? Like, that's the best that you can do. So also with impressions and making friends, try to make friends that don't tarnish your credibility or your look. Because when I was in school, some of my friends I had, they were druggies, they were alcoholics, they were like loose girls, and they weren't bad people, but they were cool people. They were my friends. But I had to realize that if I'm gonna be always around them all the time, anytime someone sees me, I'm always with those people, people are gonna think that, oh, that's what if they do that, then Iffy does that too. So I kind of had to push back a little from those people and make new friends and expand my circle of friends so that I won't get labeled as that, because you will get labeled as that. You don't want to be that girl that hangs around all the loose girls, because then everyone will think that that's what you are. And then people then when like guys come stepping to you, they'll be like, what's up, shawty, what's good? And I'll be like, I'm sorry, like, excuse me? Like, first of all, my name is Iffy and I do not get down like that. Because people will approach you like that, like just any which way. So make sure that if you have your group of friends, that they're not gonna tarnish you and stuff in that manner. But also about me was that people knew that I was different, so it kind of helped me during that time when I was around those people like that. So just think about things like that, and the people that are around you. Oh, just trust me, figure out the people that are around you, that when they're not around you, that they're not somebody else. Because I had this one friend, I actually did live with her. We were like roommates for like 2 years, and she was one way around like all of us girls, but then when she would leave our site and she would be around other people, she was a completely different person. So it's like we would go out and we would like meet other people and be like, oh yeah, we're like, where's your girl? I almost said her name. Like, where's your girl? And be like, oh, she's not here. Be like, oh, okay, wow. And then they'll start talking about her and saying that she did this, and we'll be like, what? No. And they'll be like, yeah. And then other people will say things. I'm like, so this girl, she'll have like 2 different lifestyles in front of us and then in front of everybody else. So that was someone that I had to be like, okay, you know what? Let me like step back from you a little bit. Because the thing was, I felt like the people that I was friends with, we had our own image, our own look, and I was saying we had our own standard and carried ourselves well, and she felt weird around us like that, so she acted a way. And then when she was away from us, she was like her real person, and she was just loose and crazy. So yeah, so be aware of the people that are around you, and then also how they act when you're not around, because that could be really different. So yeah, so that's that. All right, keeping your identity and not being ashamed, and being proud of who you are and where you come from. So let me tell you, the freshman year, there was a good handful of Africans, Nigerians in my freshman class. But you know what? You wouldn't know they were Nigerian or African because they wouldn't say nothing. They would just be like mom around you. Wouldn't say anything, wouldn't do anything because they were ashamed of being African or Nigerian or being labeled as that. So don't be that person. 'Cause I don't like those type of people. Don't be that person. Be proud of who you are. Be proud of where you came from. Let people know that I am this person. I come from here. These are my roots. This is my culture. And be proud of that. And also, don't be ashamed of your family and your family's fortunes and their gifts and stuff, because a lot of people said that, oh, like if he doesn't know how to work, she can't do this, she can't do that, because her parents do everything for her, and she mooches off her parents, and her parents pay for this and that. And it's just like, in my culture where we come from, our parents take care of us until we get married, and then our husbands are the ones that are our providers to take care of us. So Americans, their culture is, oh, once you're 18, you get kicked out the house, you pay for your own food, you pay for your own this, own that, and if you ever do come back to our house, you have to pay rent. So people didn't understand my culture and what my parents did for me, so don't be ashamed of that. Organizations, clubs. Okay, let me try to be fast because my battery is like my car is like almost losing memory. So organizations and clubs. Join clubs, join organizations, get to meet new people, get to build your resume, get to build your CV, get experience, because it's a good thing. But don't join too much where you lose track of your schoolwork and your assignments and stuff, because 5th year of college, spring semester, I was president of the African Student Union. I was president of my pharmacy fraternity. I was secretary for a pharmacy organization, and I was secretary for another organization. And I did other little things. That year was the hardest year because I had so much work in school, and then also work being in those clubs and stuff, that I got so overwhelmed. Oh, it was horrible. I did too much at the same time. And I had an exam where I did really bad. I failed that exam and stuff, and I was like, I knew I could do better because I just didn't have time to study. So don't do too much. Little by little. Maybe freshman year you just join one organization, that's it, and then next year, you know, join another one. Just do little by little. Know your limits. Don't lose track of your time and your what's most important is your classes and your assignments and your workload. Boyfriends and dating. So what can I say about this? Well, didn't your mom say no boyfriend in college? You'll have a boyfriend when you're done. I'll have a husband waiting for you when you graduate from college. No boyfriend. Focus on your studies, right? So I would advise you to not date or not get a boyfriend when you're in college, because it's going to be a really, really bad distractor. Because it'll be like you always want to hang out with them, you always want to go here and do this and do that with them, and most likely they're probably not in the same major as you, so they always want to hang out because they have time and you might not have time. And trust me, if you have like a boyfriend and they're just chilling and you're doing work, you would definitely want to ditch your work and go hang out with them. Like, trust me, you would want to do that, and you don't want to get caught up in that, because trust me, it will distract you. Because 99.9% of boys in college aren't going to be like, oh no babe, like you take your time to study, I'll just be here quiet and I'll let you study, I'll bring you a snack, because ain't nobody doing that. So I'll advise you not to, maybe at least like not when you're a freshman. Get to know people, because people get so caught up and so distracted that gets you in a lot of trouble. So I advise you not to, but be responsible, be safe, and make sure that whoever you do choose to have a relationship with or date, that they're a good person inside and out, they're not a player, they're not a bum, all that stuff. Anything else? Oh yeah, stay away from the bad boys, because they're just bad. All around bad. 99.9% of guys in college are just horrible, just trash. So this is a little advice for you there. Last but not least, money and budgeting. So I did say that my parents gave me a monthly allowance when I was in college, and I had a meal plan, and I had like college dollars on like your meal plan, but they gave me extra money just in case if I go with my friends and I want to buy food, or if I want to go shopping one day, I would use that money. But if you do have money, budget it very well, because in college you will have very hungry weeks, hungry nights. Yeah, it's a struggle. And also, if you want to have a job during school, try to find jobs that are on campus, because they'll better cater to your school schedule, and you'll be on campus and you'll have more time to be able to study, coordinate between studying time and all that stuff. So try to find jobs that are on campus, because it'll help with your tuition. It'll help with having extra money on you, because it's always good to have a little extra money on you, because you won't feel so trapped, so like, what else, trapped and like hungry and like poor and homeless, because I've had those experiences. So if you can get a job during school, it's a good idea, and try to get a job that's on campus. And if you can't find a job on campus, try to find a job that will cater. They'll be more flexible with your school schedule, maybe like work 1 or 2 times a week, or maybe on the weekends. So be smart about money and budgeting, and I think that's all that I wrote down here. So if there's any other questions you guys have for like college and tips, I guess I'll do another video on that, but I'd like to know like what you guys specifically want to know. So I just talked about the stuff that I felt were important, big topics, general topics. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope you guys learned a little bit of something, and congrats and good luck for all of you out there that are starting college, or have already started but starting college like this week or today or something. So have fun, be safe. College is the best years of your life. You will find yourself there. If the thing is, when I started college, the person I thought I was, like, you think you know yourself, but you really don't. You really don't until you go through college and finish, and then you really find out who you are, what you like, what you don't like, your strengths, your weaknesses, what you stand for, all that stuff. So you'll change in college. So you'll change so many times, so many times. So have fun, be safe, enjoy, but don't forget why you went there, and don't forget where you come from and who you are, who you represent, your family, and yeah, good luck. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.